let's go ahead and dive in. And one of the first things that I want to talk about, we're going to be talking about a lot of the recent events in Tarkov. That's some of the most important things that we love to discuss. So obviously, chime in the comments. Let us know what you want us to talk about in future podcasts, as well as what you think about what we said. And, chime in. We'll chime back in the comments as well, guys. So anyways, lately, I have been absolutely loving the 308 MDR. And
Have you now?
I think last wipe, obviously, I was a big SA-58 fan, Juice Cannon, obviously. But the MDR, just based on the rebalancing of a lot of the ergonomics and recoil and things like that, lately has been sitting really nice in terms of price and effectiveness to me. This wipe, put a little shift on it. It's pretty nasty. But to me, 308 right now, 7.62 by 51 is arguably the best all-around caliber in the entire game. In the entire game, I think it's probably, or again, arguably the best caliber due to these factors. All right, M61. That's the main round we want to discuss when it comes to this. Yes, we have M993, but guys, it's super expensive, so you only need it for the muzzle velocity when you're sniping. That's pretty much when you want to use it. M61 is the round that we're actually really going to talk about. M61 has 60 plus penetration. It has 70 damage. It is easily acquirable once you have later hideout things. It's just, at over 1,000 something ruble a round, it is expensive, but once you get into the game, it's acquirable. It's just nasty. It goes through everything. It does damage. And this is a round that is comparable to that of many of the sniper rounds, but it can be fired full auto with only 70 to 80 recoil in guns like the MDR. So to me, that's all pretty insane. I'd challenge you guys to tell me a caliber that can do any of those things that I described before like that. That's why I think this is arguably the best. But how have you guys been enjoying 308? And what do you guys think about the balancing of 308?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I love me some 308. My goodness, probably my favorite caliber as well, because I like using anything. Putting an M61 and a Vepr Hunter, I don't know, messes with people for such a low budget. I actually have a really sad story about 308 MDR. I haven't gotten to use it too much this wipe yet, just because I've been low level and poor, kind of. But I had died about 6 raids in a row, and I didn't have the best gear on for him, so I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna splurge on this raid. So I had a 308 in my inventory, got me some M61, put on my killer armor, full helmet, headphones, Vogs, the whole shebang. I was like, all right. Oh yeah, and I had a voodoo on the 308 as well, full landmarking it. I was like, all right, this is gonna be the raid. I'm gonna break the streak real quick, and I spawned Immercom, and I ran for about 15 seconds towards the ramp to go back ollie, and apparently I got domed from behind me, somebody else was at Immercom, and I have no idea how they did it. I lived 15 seconds that raid, and then I force quit and threw my water bottle at my door. It was 308. It kind of hurts a little bit, but such a good weapon if you get to use it. Really, M61, that'll go through anything. Chads are not safe if you can shoot them.
That's so tough.
And then we have a question reoccurring, what's your best raid? That was my worst one. I was at the lowest of my lows.
So you do what are you? Give us your 308 knowledge and thoughts.
Man, you're not really playing Tarkov until you put 3 full magazines of M61 in your rig, man.
Such a freeing feeling.
It does all the work, man. You really just point and click, and that bullet just goes over there and
very consistent.
Really just does the work. It really kills anything that has a breath that shows up in the cold. I'm pretty sure with that penetration, it goes through even Gear 5 armor and everything.
Yeah, class 60 plus pin, class 6. It goes through everything.
Yeah, class 6. Yeah, true.
70 damage, so it won't one tap you to the thorax, but
I mean,
70 is fat, man. It takes two.
He really noticed.
But yeah, as you guys pointed out, it can be used in the Vepr Hunter for cheap. That's the beauty about 308. Like you toss some M61, you've got a sniper or a semi-automatic. Yeah, RFB, exactly, similar stuff. And you're tossing some crazy caliber rounds. Like even the SVD doesn't have this kind of like power behind it, honestly, like in a lot of ways. And it's so low recoil. The fact that you can full auto it in an MDR is just insane. So let me ask again, what do you guys think about the balancing of 308? Do you like where it's at right now, or do you think some other ammos need some upping? Do you think this needs to come down a little bit? Are you comfortable with where it's at, or how do you guys feel about 308 balancing?
I think for its price, it's really good because I would be getting M61 every raid, and I think everybody else would too if it wasn't like 2,000 a round. Like, you really have to make them count and kind of be a little richer to do it. Like, I'm level 25, I think, right now, and I've had M61 like a handful of times. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's...
So Siegel's about where it's at right now. What about you, Cito?
I definitely would like to see, them beef up other rounds, or just like make the rounds that they have just, substantial. If they want things to be able to compete with the just magnitude of the M61.
Yeah, I agree. Personally, I agree. I think it's.
I mean, you'll find
I
that
hear
round on like the top of every like pie chart, every bar graph that you see.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do think they need to add a couple good rounds for some of the other classes, like 7.62 by 39 potentially. If they're going to have an M61, I don't understand why they don't have a better round than BP for that, for late wipe at least, because I think BP is a little tough late wipe. 7.62 by 39 BP, that is. And potentially even like the Ash 12, I think that needs a better round because I think it doesn't have a good time later wipe.
Yeah, it's a 50 cal, man.
So that's what I'm saying, yeah. I think they need to add some other stuff just because so there's not one street to run down. Now, granted, I love using this gun, but anyway, so yeah, that is our talk on 308. Let us know what you guys think about 308 and the balancing, and we'll definitely be talking more about it.